right, FightHype.com, Shawn, always a privilege to be joined by the man who's helped put together some of the biggest fights in boxing history, the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, my man Leonard Ellerbe. Leonard, you look like you just got done working out. Where were you at? Up in the mountains with Gervonta Davis?
Yep, sure was. I was up in the mountains getting my work in, running.
How's Tank looking up there at Mount Charleston right now?
Tank's been looking super sharp in camp. Period. He's really motivated. This is another big fight, another big pay-per-view fight. So he's just really excited. For December the 5th, go out there and put on a terrific show in front of all his fans around the world.
And last week he was up at that same spot sparring with Shawn Porter. What kind of work do you think that did? What kind of for Gervonta?
Tank's always motivated to work with all the top guys, and Shawn Porter's a terrific fighter, and they had some great work.
Did he say anything about you to the work or anything like that?
No, we don't discuss. That's what happens in the gym and stays in the gym, and that's all it is. It's just work anyway.
Do you think style-wise though it was a good look in preparation for Cruz, who puts the pressure on?
It's a great look. Anytime you can work with elite fighters, it's always good. Always good.
Speaking of Cruz though, he put the pressure on good, got his fundamentals down, but is trying to press Tank a recipe, for disaster? You walking into a buzzsaw trying to walk down a guy like Gervonta?
Well, again, Isaac Cruz has gotten this far by doing what he does best. He's a pressure fighter. He's a tremendous puncher. And he's a very, very good fighter. And I think this is, again, another dangerous fight for Tank. Isaac Cruz is, he's ranked in the top 10 across the board in all the governing bodies. So he's one of the top lightweights in the entire world. So, he'll be looking to knock Tank off his throne on December the 5th. And Tank just got to be on his P's and Q's from round one.
But, we saw when Santa Cruz tried putting the pressure on in that fight, that big uppercut ended the night. You think Cruz might be there for that same shot?
Well, those are two different type of fighters. Leo's more of a technical fighter. He throws a lot of punches. Isaac Cruz is what he is. I mean, again, he's a pit bull. He's gonna come. He's gonna be right there, and it's gonna be a tremendous fight for the fans. I'm very, very, very confident this fight will end in a knockout, and that's what the fans want to see.
Obviously he replaced Romero. What were your thoughts on that whole situation? That Rolly obviously couldn't do the fight on December 5th.
Well, it was in the best interest of all parties that were involved that he not participate in this promotion, and I'll just kind of leave it at that. It's a legal matter. You hear different comments back and forth. Rolly understands what it is at the end of the day, and he has to go and take care of his situation, and then he'll go from there. But Tank has to move on, and again, we got a big fight on December the 5th. Isaac Cruz was already on the card for this particular reason. We didn't have to, see, that's one thing about us, we stay ready, so we ain't got to get ready. We didn't have to scramble looking for a guy. He was already on the card in case something like this happened. And, he's a tremendous young fighter. And again, I expect him to put on a career-defining performance and give it his all in this particular fight. And he has everything to gain. He's Mexico, the entire country is riding very high off this Canelo victory. And what better opportunity to fight one of the biggest attractions in the entire sport and to have the opportunity to come away with a victory. And anything happens in these fights. That's why, I told Tank, I said, you got to continue to, I know there was being honest, there was a slight letdown, with Rolly not being in the fight. But again, you got to move past that and get up for what's in front of you. And Cruz is coming. He's coming to disrupt everything Tank's been working for to be one of the best fighters in the entire world. And on December the 5th, he's going to have that opportunity. And we're going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the quiet ones you got to watch out for, right?
Yeah, well, anytime that you're in there and you're pressing and you're throwing big shots, anybody can get caught. Anybody can get caught, you know. And I mean that very seriously. I mean, you know, I look back at the Marcos Madonna fight,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when he fought Floyd. You know, he hit Floyd with a big shot. You know, anything can happen in a fight. Floyd's, you know, been caught with, you know, a few big shots in his career. And in my eyes, he's definitely TBE and him and Whitaker, probably the two best defensive fighters ever.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So anything can happen in these damn fights. That's why, you know, some of these trolls, you know, they talk that talk. It's like we take every fighter very, very seriously because any damn thing can happen in any of these fights.
When I remember he took Diego Magdaleno out in one round on that night where Tank knocked out. Is that the first time you looked at him and said, "This is a guy that might fight"?
Well, actually, that's the first night that I really started paying him a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very familiar with all the lightweights. I'm familiar with all the fighters in the entire sport, but I pay specific attention to the fighters that are around, you know, his weight class. And then again, he's ranked across the board in the top 10 in every organization. You know, so that tells you everything that what you need to know. Not just one organization, every organization. He's in the top 10. So he's ranked as one of the best lightweights in the world. And I'm not going to try to downplay that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he signed to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao signed him to his company for a reason. You know, Shawn Gibbons has done a terrific job. He's obviously, you know, with running Manny's company. He has a great eye for talent. Shawn is someone that I've been knowing for 25 years, and he's been one of the best at what he does. And again, I know what Isaac Cruz is bringing to the table. And again, I'm not one of those guys, even as Tank's promoter, that's overlooking him because it is a very dangerous fight.
That's crazy. Mayweather Promotions going head to head with Manny
Mayweather
Pacquiao Promotions
against MP Promotions, Manny Pacquiao Promotions. Unreal. You can't even make this shit up.
Now you're operating at this level of the game.
That's right.
Still going against each other.
Still going at it. Still going at it.